Welcome to Flashpoint Friday, a weekly series where I select one game at random from Flashpoint's archives and give it a try. And maybe, just maybe, the game might actually be good. Hello everyone, welcome back to Flashpoint Friday. And the 4th of July is right around the corner. In fact, when this video goes live, the 4th of July will be tomorrow. So time to play a 4th of July game for the series. Although this may not be an actual game, it might be more of just an interactive art software experience. Because we have 4th of July card creator put on by Chicks R Us, a website that is no longer around. If you try to go there now, it redirects you to a sketchy CAPTCHA prompt to download a mysterious piece of software. So this is your only way of playing this, it seems, nowadays. We'll go ahead and hit play. Looks like we have a couple of different selections here for coloring, and we have some directions at the bottom. Choose a page to color. Print it out for the 4th of July. Make sure you ask your parents for permission before printing. Yes, you don't want to waste expensive printer ink. So, I don't know. I guess we'll go with the top left picture for the demonstration purposes. So we have a whole bunch of different crayons down here for selecting the colors. We have some menu icons at the top here. This take us back, let's take us back to the coloring book. If you wanted to tackle a different image, there's a snapshot feature. Might have to explore that when we're done. Color picker. Oh, I see. That's if you wanted to sample a particular color. And it looks like it gave us white, because that's the only color that's on there. Reset is if you want to start over. Undo if you want to undo your most recent action. And does this turn off the music? It does. Well, I think I'll go ahead and leave the music on. Even though it's country, it's a genre I normally don't care for with music, but the music's fairly quiet and unobtrusive, so I don't think it'll get on my nerves. Because I don't think I'll play this for that long. I normally don't play these types of coloring games for at least the mainline Flashpoint Friday episodes. The few times that I do, it's usually for like a special episode, usually if there's like an escape or dress-up game that's cropped up or something, and I feel like I need something more substantial for that week, and I'll post this too. But the thing about 4th of July games I've quickly discovered is that there are very few 4th of July games on Flashpoint, and many of them are just like art and craft related like this. So my options are pretty limited when it comes to 4th of July games if I'm going to stick to playing these randomly. So anyway, it looks like we have a very picturesque beach scene here. Looks like either sunrise or sunset, so because of that, I'm going to do a nice orange sky, the bright yellow sun. I already colored in the water, obviously. I think I'll leave the sea foam lapping on the shore white, though. I'll color in the sand. So that looks pretty good. Of course, you don't have to worry about the shading because the image already kind of has that baked into it. This is obviously geared towards kids, so, and, you know, these crayons, quote-unquote, are basically glorified fill tools. And you may have noticed when I filled in the stripes here, it filled in all of the alternating stripes for you, which is good for convenience, but I suppose it could be kind of limiting if you wanted to be, like, super creative. Like, say, for instance, you want to color each and every one of these stripes differently. Well, you can't do that with this program. But anyway, like I said, geared towards kids. So, alright, so the only thing left is the little girl here. So let's go ahead and start coloring that in, starting with her hat. Do that. Now, I wonder, if I give her black hair, will that hide too much of the details here? No, actually, that works pretty well. So I'll go ahead and keep that. So let's go ahead and Color in her skin next. Maybe we'll give her a turquoise skirt. And that's kind of a nice contrast, I feel, to the blue and orange for the rest of the image. And maybe we'll keep her top white. Just keep things simple. And so I guess we're done already. So, time to explore this snapshot feature. There is a print prompt, but save image. Oh, interesting. It may take a few moments. Your snapshot will open in a new window. There's an error saving your snapshot. Okay, that's probably because this is the Flashpoint archive. Back when this was still hosted on the website, it probably functioned then. But I mean, if you really wanted to take a snapshot, you could just hide the crayons here at the bottom and hit the little print screen key on your keyboard. So there is that still. But yeah, I think I'm done here, and I don't think I'm gonna tackle the other coloring book pictures. We have a pretty good idea of what this is, so I'm just gonna go back. And I don't think there's a way to get back to the main title screen, so I think I'll just end up restarting the program and give you folks my thoughts. So that's 4th of July Card Creator, essentially an interactive coloring book. So for people who want an actual game, well, you're going to be disappointed by this. But as a creative tool, a way for kids to express themselves artistically, I'd say this is pretty decent. Now, the coloring options are admittedly rather limited and simplistic, but the drawings themselves are nice to look at as you're coloring them in. Plus, you can whip up something that looks aesthetically pleasing in a short span of time. So for, say, parents or teachers that are doing July 4th related arts and crafts activities with kids, consider adding this to the itinerary. It's not going to last very long, but I'd wager the kids will have fun doing it. I'd say this is decent overall. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Flashpoint Friday. Have a happy 4th of July, and take care, everyone.